Famcast Media, bitch.
You know, I often hear the saying, get woke, go broke. But in this situation, it's more like, go fash, lose cash. Good evening, demons and demonesses. Kwame Wahkan here, and this is going to be a follow-up about the story I did earlier last week about Alice Cooper. Now, for those that don't remember, Alice Cooper made some shocking and disturbing comments about, LGBTQ kids, and also about gender-affirming care. But, another thing, I also made contact with the Reaper, and this is what the Reaper had to say about it. Alice Cooper has always been my idol. With the old head rock stars, I expected occasional off-color comments. As long as it doesn't escalate to the Kid Rock / Ted Nugent territory, I could take one on the chin. Alice is almost never vocal about political social issues in the several decades he's been performing. It sounds like some friends got in his ear because the talking points brought up are debunked and way old news. But I bring this up because of how laughable it is. This is the person talking about the trans / queer community. It's on the same level of ridiculousness as Richard O'Brien putting his 2 cents in on it. If some unnamed boogeyman is confusing the kids, now who was doing it for the past 6 decades? Alright, Grandpa, time for you to go to bed. And then there's pictures of, Alice Cooper during, many of his performances, either dressed in drag or wearing really colorful makeup. And I think KK Reaper summed this up pretty well. I mean, he pretty much said what we all were thinking the entire time. But here's where things aren't really looking good for Alice Cooper. Just recently, he was supposed to do a brand deal with Vampyre Cosmetics, which is a goth-themed, makeup company. And they decided to part ways with them. Now, this is literally about a week away from them releasing their Alice Cooper collection. I have an article about that, I'm going to read it for you. In wake of Alice Cooper's comments last week concerning gender-affirming care, cosmetics company Vampyre Cosmetics has decided to cancel their partnership with the rocket. Cooper had only recently signed a deal with the company to market gothic-themed makeup, which would be particularly timely with Halloween on the horizon. Through their Instagram site, Vampyre Cosmetics explained in a statement, "In light of recent statements by Alice Cooper, we will no longer be doing a makeup collaboration. We stand with all members of the LGBTQIA+ community and believe everyone should have access to healthcare. All pre-order sales will be refunded." Now, to be honest, I've had many mixed opinions on this whole Alice Cooper thing. Like the video that I had posted on YouTube, a lot of people were, going in defense of Alice Cooper on his side. But on TikTok, most of the people that have, commented on that video supported the trans community. And a story like this, once again, I will repeat, hate doesn't always win. Now, like I said, this wasn't really a smart move for Alice Cooper. And the reason why I'm saying that is because when I did my commentary about the Bud Light boycott and how all these, right-wingers and, religious conservatives were boycotting Bud Light, all because of one beer can and one trans woman. And the argument that they were saying to me was Bud Light and Anheuser-Busch should know who their target audience is. Well, doesn't that also apply to Alice Cooper? Alice Cooper should know that, dressing the way he's dressing and, performing the way he's performing, is it really a surprise that a lot of his fans are queer? I mean, you can't insult your own fans and then come out, make us... Okay, so right when I was recording, my camera stopped working, so this is going to be audio only for the rest of the video. And what I was trying to say is that, you can't insult your own fans. That's like me, I have a heavy metal themed podcast, everything is about either metal, Satanism, queer stuff, I criticize, extreme religion. And then that's like me waking up the next morning, saying, oh, I don't like heavy metal anymore, I like fucking Nicki Minaj. and then I convert to Christianity and I start saying a whole bunch of homophobic shit. What do you fucking expect? I mean, Alice Cooper knew that he had a deal with a queer-friendly company, with a company that's gay-friendly, queer-friendly, which is, headed by queer people. This was all just stupidity on his part. Now, do I think that he's going to be harmed by this financially? I seriously doubt it. I mean, he's, like I said, he's a multi-millionaire. And he's been involved with music for so long that, I doubt anybody could cancel him. And at the same time, I don't really think that many people are trying to cancel him. They're just really upset that, somebody they looked up to, let them down. Now, I don't know much about Vampyre Cosmetics. I've never used any of the products before. Although I will say I have heard of them. But, after hearing this and, knowing all this information, I mean, I'm willing to check out and see what they've got. Maybe buy a couple palettes myself. I haven't really done my makeup in a very, very long time. And I'm also big on supporting, goth and alternative themed businesses. So this is definitely something that I'm going to have to check out. And, to the people that, are in charge of Vampyre Cosmetics, I have to give you guys a round of applause for standing up for your customers. Because, most companies don't really do that anymore. And, with Alice Cooper, being in his 70s, I think he's old enough to know better. I have people in my family that are a lot older than him, and they're also a lot more, trans, friendly. And I even know people in my family that, just don't understand it at all. But at the same time, they're willing to listen and try to, make sense of it, rather than saying, oh, it's just a fad and it's just Gen Z acting crazy or anything like that. Not to mention the millions of, reputable sources. The Center for Disease Control, the American Psychiatric Association, the American Psychological Association. And if you're too lazy to do any of that, just talk to a doctor. Any doctor, and they'll tell you. Well, that's pretty much all I have to say about this. I guess the lesson to be learned is that, you can't disrespect the people that got you to where you are in life. Alright, demons and demonesses, I'm about to head to bed. You guys stay safe, stay metal, hail Satan, have a gay day, and I'll catch you next time.